focusing on. It's new, it's exciting, it's getting business results already. And I want to share with you today the things that you need to know to be able to rock it. So we're going to share with you, some of the lingo, some of the strategies that we've worked out that what works. And we're also going to, share with you how you might be able to use it in your business as well. So let me share with you first that Clubhouse is only available on the Apple devices. So I'm an Android girl. There are bets on how long it's going to take me to be able to transition from Android to Apple, but it hasn't happened yet. But I am in love with my Apple iPad, and that's where I play on Clubhouse. So sometimes I'm at my computer playing on it, looking at other people. Sometimes I'm chilling on the couch or the hammock. Anyway, so that is the tool to be able to access Clubhouse. It's also invitation only, so hit someone up that you know that's on the app, and they can send you an invitation. So I want to share with you some of the things to think about when you're looking at Clubhouse. So there is the lingo. So Clubhouse is an audio-only app. It is, there's these virtual hallways that you walk down and work out which rooms you want to go in. And then there's, once you go in a room, then there's stages to the room. And then there's people with superpowers called moderators in the room. And the thing is, you know what, just go in and experience it. You'll pick it up in no time. I've got people who've said to me, come and give me a tutorial on everything. And I'm like, no, I'll just tell you the main things and then go and use it. So that's the most important thing for you to actually do when, to make sure you can rock Clubhouse. Listening to me and listening to others bang on about it is valuable only a tiny bit. Going and using it is even more. Okay, so that is what Clubhouse is in a heartbeat, but the message is to go and play with it. So then the next thing people are asking, and I was asking myself, is it worth it? If you're going to spend time and energy as a business owner on something, you want to know that you're going to get results in it. So, is it worth it? Well, it has shortened our buying cycle. So we have actually got business faster using Clubhouse. It has, in the last month, we had heaps of leads coming from other places, but Clubhouse has been the #1 source of leads for us. And that is pretty powerful to know that, every time you get on there, that you actually are going to get those leads. So my team, I've got in my calendar, my team know when I'm going to go on. They're on top of all my direct messaging, and I'll share with you about how that works after, because they know every time we get on to speak about our business, supporting people with virtual assistants, that we always get people going, I want to know more. Can I have your book? I want to talk to you. I want a virtual assistant. And the other thing that was sort of unexpected for me is that Clubhouse is building out other platforms. So it is building Twitter, Instagram, and also our LinkedIn. Now, my Instagram was dormant until Clubhouse came along, but now because it's I'm getting excited because it's actually growing, that we are then getting people coming and following us, and following us because they like us as people, they like what we do, and they're also engaging with us on Instagram. Twitter, I'm new, I've been on it for about a week, so come and find me and be my friend. I don't have many friends at the moment, but it's really awesome as well. And we've already got 2 leads on Twitter, even though I've got less than 100 followers. And LinkedIn, which used to be our primary platform and is still amazing for us, it's also building on there as well. So because we are established on LinkedIn, people who join us there can, see that social proof and see that we know our stuff. So, am I happy that I bought this Apple product to get on Clubhouse? Hell yeah. It was a really awesome decision in our business. So my secondhand, beautiful Apple iPad for $230 was a pretty awesome business investment. So we've covered what a Clubhouse is in a little bit, but the short story is go and check it yourself. And is it worth it? So yeah, it can be worth it if you use it and if you use it strategically. So I'm going to share with you some strategic tips I have for you around using it if you decide to use it. All right, so the number one thing is to actually go and run some rooms. So in Clubhouse, there are rooms and they can either be in a club. So a club is like an overarching thing, and under clubs you can have rooms, or you can also have rooms separate. So this is just a promo for a room I did with 3 other amazing business people. You'll see Maureen Pound, my business partner there. So of course I think she's really amazing because she is, Suzette and Tim, and we were running an event there. Now we were able to bring our respective followers and bring them to that event. Sometimes you will run an event in a club and then you'll get those club's followers, and sometimes you'll run them out of a club with other people with following and sort of pull your followers as well. So they're the things to think about if you're going to run an event. Actually either do it in a club and or do it with someone who's got quite a lot of followers, so you can get the followers interacting and you can get more people to your room. So moderating a room, what do you need to know to moderate a room? Well, you know what? I know a lot of people are probably going, well, there's lots that I need to know, but not really, because I was moderating rooms my first week. So when you join up to Clubhouse, you get what's called a party popper. So, beside your face, you get this party popper, and you get that for the first week. Now, within like 2 days of being on Clubhouse, I was in rooms, creating rooms, making mistakes. So you'll see here, this is one of the rooms that we had. And this was a bit further down the track, so I already had a few strings to my bow, but I didn't know up here is what we call the stage, and down here's the audience, so all these people can speak. And so I didn't even know that this was called the stage and this was called the audience, and it doesn't matter. So find some people that you love interacting with. So Maureen and I, obviously we vibe really well, and we love to do events together. And then you bring people up on stage and you have a chat with them. So in terms of how you're going to do it, I just hung out in a few rooms, saw people who were doing things that I liked, saw people doing things that I didn't like, and then sort of iterated. And Maureen and I have got our own little, vibe on Clubhouse. And so another Clubhouse term to think about is moderating. And so you'll see here that Maureen and I both have sorry, I got rid of that. I'm just learning how to use this as well. So Maureen and I have both got the stars next to our name, and what that means is that that means that we moderators, so they call it the green bean, and it means that we're moderators and that we have got superpower access to bring people up on stage, to bring them back down again, and to basically run the show. So when there's moderators, you can have the moderators who are hosting, so sort of the ringleaders making it all happen, and then you can have moderators who are screening people as they come up. And so, you don't want to let any dodgy people come up. So we have that as well. Awesome. So we've covered what Clubhouse is in just a little detail, how it works, and now we're speaking about the key factors to make it really successful. So a lot of people bang on about the profile, and of course the profile is really important, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Fill it out, say a little bit about yourself, share, grab some copy from another platform, and link it to, there's 2 clickable links in your profile. One is Instagram and one is Twitter. So make sure that you link to those, because what I found is that like my Instagram was increasing, and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm missing out on opportunities. I need to actually create a Twitter account and link it there as well. So that's something to consider. Oops. oh, what am I doing with this? Anyway, so I'm learning about how to use apps as well. So it's a little bit of extra fun. So we have, spoken about your profile. Then it's about moderating rooms and getting out there and getting yourself up. So you can moderate rooms, which we've covered, but you can also get on other people's stages. So you either use your existing relationships with people who are rocking Clubhouse, or actually form relationships. Now, as with all social media, the main stuff that happens on Clubhouse actually happens off Clubhouse. So Clubhouse doesn't have a messaging app at all. You need to find another platform to message people on. Now, Instagram is the platform that people generally use for messaging each other off Clubhouse. So definitely make sure you've got your Instagram there. There's some people who have got no posts on their Instagram. They've just created it for Clubhouse, but that's the primary platform that people communicate. So really consider that. So then the other thing that we need to do is we've got our profile. We're moderating rooms, either our own rooms or getting on, the stages with other people and sharing our genius there. And then the other thing is have an easy way to for people to get in and interact with you. So, for example, have a downloadable. So we've got a book, What a Virtual Assistant Can Do For You. And, people can download that book at, globalteams.com.au. And, it's pretty awesome. Maureen wrote that book in COVID, so she didn't have to spend too much time watching Netflix. And it answers our most common questions. So if you've got a question that people always ask you, then have a resource to be able to offer people. Now, the number one tip I have for you, because I'm a bit of a scientist, well, I trained as a scientist, so I like doing experiments. And I tested it on Clubhouse. In our rooms, we said, go grab the book at globalteams.com.au. And then I also tried actually just DM me in Instagram and we'll send you the book. Now, we got more responses when we said just DM us on Instagram. So even though our link is quite easy to use, globalteams.com.au/book. People just, they were savvy. They knew that Instagram was the main platform. So if you're watching this and you're wondering what a virtual assistant can do for you as well, then either DM me on whatever platform that you are watching this on, or go to the link, which is globalteams.com.au/book. So the reason it's really useful to have a downloadable is because you will occasionally have people reaching out to you saying, oh my God, I just heard you talking about virtual assistants, or I heard you talking about whatever your zone of genius is, and I need to talk to you. But the majority of people won't be ready. You're not going to hit them at the exact moment that they decide they want a VA. But they're sort of curious and they're wondering and they're sort of sussing you out and et cetera, et cetera. So give them something of value. So, don't be afraid in your rooms to go, oh, well, if you want the answers to, this question, which, is often wondered by people, then go grab the book or DM me and we'll share it with you. People really value if you're adding value as well. So awesome. We have covered a number of different things today. We have covered what Clubhouse is, but not in a whole heap of detail because I just feel you need to give it a go. Is it worth it? Hell yeah, it's been worth it for our business. And I know that there are many other people on there who are getting extraordinary results as well. Then it's about being strategic. So don't just sort of sniff around and go in rooms and stay, down, not in the audience, and keep your head down and make sure people don't notice you, because you're not going to get the results then. Go and moderate rooms, either in clubs or with people that have followings, and just go and put yourself out there. Then, make sure that your profile is connected to Instagram and Twitter and has some information about you, and have a downloadable. Even if you're not going to ask people to download it, we're not actually giving people the link because it works better when you ask them to DM you on Instagram, and then just go and have fun with it. So there you go. I appreciate you listening to the insights we've gained upon using Clubhouse for a month, and I'd love to see you in Clubhouse. go check me out. Carmen Williams, although there's a few of us, so I find the best way to find me is actually to type my business partner's name, Maureen Pound, and then I come up next. Anyway, go figure. So I'd love to see you on Clubhouse. It would be amazing to interact there as well, and just have fun. I'll see you around.